not do it for you.
You can do anything you want to.
Life sweet.
Right, 15 minutes are gone after 5 p.m. Shortly, we chat to Michael Worms from I'm Staying. Right, he's got a story to share in terms of how to build communities. And obviously, you know, as we continue towards building 10,000 points of light. And yeah, this is a follow-up to a conversation, Mr. M, that you had with the lady from Farmers Aid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gone absent-minded as well. I'm getting things.
Which one?
No, I'm saying Michael Worms also is playing his part in terms of making moves, not waiting for the so-called government or other people to make things happen. He's one individual that's really making headlines in terms
So
of.
if we say what is our platform, how best do we say it? Let's say you were asked, what is banking on Africa's future?
Now, it's a platform that celebrates active citizens.
A platform celebrating. How does a platform celebrate?
You individuals utilizing a platform. So it's like a highway.
Now you are changing. So first you say the platform celebrates. Is that correct?
What would be the correct statement?
Penny, what do you think? Ask your Penny whether she's listening.
No.
Yeah. What do you think?
I agree with what you say.
You agree with me?
Yes.
No, not because I'm within studio.
No, not even, because I don't think there's, you could have said it better. So.
Okay, a platform does not celebrate. It is a platform that provides an opportunity for individuals to share their experiences, insights. It is a platform that brings people together into one convenient basket where people can know each other. It is a platform comprised of people. If Angela doesn't do her part and I don't do my part, if we are going to have a target of 10,000, each one of us commits to 100, I have to play my part. So we may end up with 100 each. So if it's 100 each, it means we need 100 groups of 100 each. Is that correct? Yeah? What is 100 times 100?
Mathematician.
100 and 100 makes 200. 100 plus 100.
No, multiply by 100.
Oh, multiply by 100. Oh, isn't that like 1,000 something?
What is it?
Says 1,000 something.
Huh?
Says it's 1,000.
Where did you get here from?
I just there's the first number that came into my head. I'm like, hey, let me just throw it out there.
No, please. 100 plus 100.
100 plus 100. Oh, 100 plus 100.
100 times 100.
100 plus 100, of course, is
No, 100 times 100.
100 times 100. Let me put this on the calculator.
No, it's something that I said. I said that something points of light towards something points of light. Yeah, there's something I said about banking on Africa's future.
No,
I gave the number.
No, I didn't think that.
So 100 times 100, what is it?
10,000.
Oh, there.
So if I can get 100 people committed to identifying 99 each, I end up with a group of 10,000. Is that correct?
But how can you ensure that those people will remain committed?
It starts with you. You are already part of it. How many people have you thought about of adding to this? Then next week you'll be talking about 5 or 10 that you have added in. Like Angela.
Okay.
You say, my story is thumbs up to Angela. I was inspired, Angela, that she can live up to the promise. She said she was going to get 120. Now she is almost there. She's days away from the target. And that's what inspires me. People who really do what they say.
Mhm.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if, okay. Let's try and call this gentleman.
Is it just my headset or?
All right. Okay, so Mike is just wrapping up his meeting. Your connect soon is done. Says 10 minutes. So let's see.
All right.
But I think we can proceed and yeah, look at our lives and how best we can improve them in terms of optimizing on radio, and how best can we use the radio platform to sort of accelerate and get faster where we want to go.
I have a question for you though.
Okay,
Like how?
for me.
Yeah, because you actually didn't give a number for how many people you were reached out to. You say you do have a record, but I'm just out of curiosity.
Okay, what exactly do you want to know? From where? When? You give me specifics. Come from this time I started, or
From okay. I probably don't think you have the one from the time you started. Let me not assume, but let me ask you from the time you started till now.
that number?
Yeah.
I don't know it offhand.
So how do you record? Like, do you just write names down? Like,
Yeah, I write names down.
You don't number it.
No, it's got the number, but I can give you from recent ones.
No, but the wildfire, why is it not easy just to say I don't have?
Like I said, the from the time I started, I don't have it offhand.
No, I'm
But,
saying is
the
when
recent one I've got.
if you just offer to hear, you don't even have to make it defensive and say from when. Whatever you have, you must show. That's news on its own. You don't even have to ask any question. So a person who is happy with what they're doing, they'll show. That's to say, look, I got this is what I have. This is what I'm trying to build up, and this is what I'm striving for. Then I go to the people I've interviewed to say, do you want to be part of this project? Then I catch up where I need to catch up. I have to do it, because if it's not done, nobody else will do it. So we always become, so if I don't have it, I just admit I don't have it. If it's important, then I have to find some people who are going to do it. But if I'm surrounded by people who don't see the need for it, it will never be done. But why would it be important to a person like Angela and not be important to me? And I'm talking about building a network, building this, so that when I'm looking for a job, wouldn't you want to look for a job from people who know something about the radio? Hmm? Even matric results, imagine there are no results. They say you passed, and you don't even know how far you passed.
Mr. Mower, do you have a specific number that you have reached so far?
I got connections that are 30,000. I already
30.
have.
Oh,
Yeah, so, but I can't invest for radio. For me, the people who need the list are the people who need to go somewhere, because I need people to interview. I need people to get resources from. I need people to know me. And instead of using me, all you have to do is to keep a record of what you're doing. Huh?
30,000 is quite an impressive number.
I'm saying is I got all those, but imagine we are only looking at a third of what I have on my own. To say, let's make it a community, because what I have are people who say they are connected to me personally. What if you wanted to connect to them? How are they going to know you?
Through the radio platform?
That's right. Which means you'll be sharing on my platform, on my wall. Today I have 300 people. Today I'm counting up. On my own, I've had conversations with X. So sometimes I may end up having 5-minute conversations so that I reach out, I get the numbers I'm looking for.
Okay. Is the focus just more on the number, but also looking at the quality? Because you might reach to certain people, but there are people that actually don't remain connected throughout,
No,
and
you
then
are
they just
saying
become a number.
the project is to challenge us, each
Oh,
one of us, so that we know you build a Pearson or people you went to school with. Somebody who built there. So when we come together, we now have a community. And those people who are inside the community, there's no one who doesn't count. So we're not trying to build a community of intellectuals.
okay.
And that tells us, if I have a country, when I call you a foreigner, what do I mean? Because it will show in the way you put your list.
Yeah.
Those who are tribal, who are Swanas, they will have a Swana list. Those who are petty, they will have a petty list.
Is the number divided by category, or you just include everybody as a whole?
Once you have included them, then they will then be able to encourage them to find each other. Have you ever seen a church with categories?
No.
Yeah. So if you are building a community, do you want categories?
Well, not really.
Yeah. So those who are interested in being part of, will benefit by being part of it. but they don't benefit by you talking about it. If you are looking for a doctor, you find a doctor. If you are looking for students in dentistry, you find them. And you discover how small 10,000 is if everyone does what they say they're doing. So every day I'll just be sharing what I'm doing. I don't talk about come to this bank. Then what do I do when I get there? Because I can't give you anything if you are on the list. I don't give you a check.
Do you guys like have a deadline for this? Or is this
That's
like a
what,
continuous thing?
if a person is interested in the project, we'll have a deadline. That's important to say, I need this for myself because I'm the radio. So I got a deadline. But nobody can impose a deadline on you. If you want something to happen, you have to make it happen.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how the world works.
Yes. Wildfire, do you have anything to say? Because you've been
No.
so quiet.
No. I don't have anything to say.
Why is that? That we're picking on you because of your list?
I don't know how to answer that. Eh? Right, we take a quick commercial. We'll return shortly.
Oh,
Hello, I can hear you.
okay. Hello.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So
I've just sent the link. I'm just waiting for see if it's connecting. Hello.
hello.
Yeah, no, he's struggling to connect. He says let's do 8 p.m. or 7:30 or 8 p.m. because he's now getting on the road.
Ah, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
All
Do
right.
8 p.m. at 7 8 p.m.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.